Hi. Hello. Let me introduce myself. I'm Elizabeth Jackson from Murfreesboro, Tennessee. I was born and raised in Smyrna, Tennessee, small town outside of Nashville. My childhood home was Nashville. Used to run around and play there. I'm old enough to remember Opryland. So for those of you watching this video, if you remember Opryland and the Grizzly River Rampage, you might relate to this video. You might not. What I'm here to talk about is I just recently moved to, well, what's called St. Charles County, Missouri, near St. Louis. I'm doing this video in 2016, actually. Today is January 9th. This video is about coming from the South, coming from where I came from to the Midwest, and a lot of people from St. Louis might say, hey, we're Southern. I'm like, no, you're really not. What I'd like to talk about today is what I have experienced in the past 5 months that I have lived here. Okay. First of all, St. Louis is not an actual city. A lot of people don't realize this outside of the area, but there are two different things. There is the city area, St. Louis, which is about 6 miles wide. That includes the Arch and most of that riverfront area. The real city of St. Louis is only 6 miles. That's it. The rest of it is considered a county. Now, the county of St. Louis is made up of these patchwork quilts. You have areas that are considered like Maryland Heights, the Tower Grove, the Hill area, Bellefontaine Neighbors, and they're all governed by their own alderman, which means that there are different tax codes. There are different areas that are zoned for this or that, commercial property, I will have to tell you, after moving here, there is one thing that I have realized, and I come from the South. The whole area, and I'm not just talking about St. Louis or St. Charles County, which I will get to in a little bit later. It is very racist here. It is very segregated. It is very elitist. It is all based on what color of skin you are, how much money you make, and the so-called St. Louis thing, what high school did you go to? I will tell you that Missouri, it's not a bad state, but it is a bad state. I don't know how to explain that. The further west you go, if you get away from the whole St. Louis, St. Charles area, you find a really good state, really good people. I'm going to talk about mainly my experiences being in where I am. Okay, I moved here. Technically, according to the area, I'm across the river. Okay, let me put it to you this way. Where I am right now, it's called St. Peter's, St. Charles, O'Fallon, Wentzville. Really, it's nothing more than a bunch of strip malls and chain stores and suburban subdivisions. Brand new houses built in the 80s and 90s. It's nothing, really. If you move to St. Charles County, the best thing you've got is this downtown area called St. Charles Downtown Main Street. It's okay. A lot of local independent stores, a lot of entrepreneurs. It's really good. You get away from that, all you have is Target and Walmart and McDonald's and Chick-fil-A. It's not good. I want to tell you that St. Louis is a dead city full of, there are young people there, but they don't fulfill their dreams. It's dead. There is a lot of racism here. There's a lot of segregation. And to be honest, I mean, I'm a Southern girl. I came from Tennessee. I thought we were racist. I mean, come on now. We got, the good old boys with their Confederate flags flying down the street, and I come here and I'm like, oh my God, y'all are more racist than we are. We're from the South. Stereotypically, we're supposed to be more racist than you. You are more racist than we are. The St. Louis, St. Charles area is extremely racist and segregated. Let me give you an example. Okay, across the river, there's a river separating St. Louis from St. Charles County. It's called the Missouri River. That's the same river that Lewis and Clark traveled on. And we've got the Mississippi River that's traveling through Pierre Marquette in Illinois, and they connect. And hello, nature. Anyway, I have found, I've been living here for about 6 months. St. Louis suffers from an extreme white flight. That means that white people did not like black people. Therefore, they decided to build a bridge to go across and move into St. Charles County. They left the city. They had money, they had ability, they had good jobs. They moved across the river. What they left behind were a lot of empty buildings, a lot of decaying, dying down places. They left behind businesses. They left it all. It's white flight. Before I moved here, I didn't understand the Ferguson thing. Being from Tennessee, in a middle, small town state, we kind of laughed. We didn't understand. We said, why are these people burning down their own community? Why did they destroy the QT down the street? Don't they live here? I come here and I understand Ferguson completely. They were left behind. This is a racist state. It is a racist area. You come to St. Louis, you are judged on 3 things. Number 1, what high school did you go to? What does that matter? Who cares? You could be from anywhere in the world. What does it matter what high school you went to? Okay, I've been to college. I've had a career. I've had a job for almost 5.5 years that I actually gave up. I literally quit because I wanted to move to Missouri. That's a whole other story. I'm starting a blog, but I gave that up and I come here and I'm just like, people are asking me, what high school did you go to? I'm like, what the hell does that matter? I have a halfway degree. I'm not completely finished with college. I have student loan debt. But I'm like, and what career am I in? What's my favorite color? What about that? No, it's all about what did you do? How much money do you have? What color of your skin is? And are you worthy of being here? I have to say, after living here for the past 5 months, let me tell you that the problem is not St. Louis. The problem is St. Charles County. That's what it is. The real problem with this whole area, the economic decline, the depression, just the general atmosphere. All of the rich, white, wealthy people moved out of St. Louis area county. I don't know what that is. They moved out. They went across the river. Let me tell you something. I live here, technically. I'm always going to go back home to Tennessee, but there is no public transportation in this area. We have one. Let me tell you what that one is, okay? In St. Charles, the area, they have a place called SCAT. Technically, St. Charles Area Transportation. SCAT. Let me tell you something. If you step in some scat, you're gonna stink. Scat is another term for dog poop or cow poop. Or anything. Like you step in a cow patty. You step in some scat. Scat. That's St. Charles. And it doesn't even go all the way out. I mean, come on now. We're talking about like St. Peter's in general. You can't go anywhere in this area without a car. If you don't have a car, you're screwed. You gotta call a cab and spend like $30 just to go to the mall. And the mall is nothing. It's a mall. Who cares? Anyway, okay. White flight and white people in general are the reason in general for what happened in Ferguson. Because people are very racist here in Missouri. They're very much, oh my God, I'm from the South. We don't do that. Here's what we don't do. Okay, I got a lot of great black people friends. I got black friends. I love that guy. You know, Ramon and James and Andrew. And we're just like, hey, he's cool. We don't call them niggers. We call them black people. Because that's just the color of their skin, you know. It's like there's that white guy, there's that Asian guy, there's that black guy. I come here. I am 30 years old. In 30 years of my life, I never heard that word uttered. Ever. And I'm going to say it now. And you're going to get mad at me. But I'm going to say it. And this is the truth. I'm going to tell you the honest truth. I never heard that word. I knew it. We all knew it. We all knew we shouldn't say it. It's a matter of respect. It's a matter of, you know, we accept you as you are. I come to Missouri and they say the word nigger in the open. I was at work the other day. This girl, she's like, that nigger's taking a long time. Oh my God. We don't do that. And I'm like, wait a minute. Isn't the stereotype we're supposed to be racist in the South? And we're supposed to be, you know, all like against this and that. And we wave our Confederate flag. Did you just really say that in a Walgreens store? And in front of a public employee? Like, here I am. I'm the cashier. And she's like, that nigger's taking a long time. Like, oh my God. Out in the open. Like that. It's very... I don't know if it's open racism or closed racism. What are you supposed to do? I don't know. Open or closed? I want to know your opinions. Was that open racism? Or would it have been better in the South? We would have said, like, oh, that poor bird, you know, he's taking a long time. I don't know. It's so racist here. And, okay, taxes. Let's talk about taxes. I lived in a city. I know what a city is. Okay. Nashville, for example. Nashville has these areas. You pretty much got your downtown area, which is like Broad, and, you know, the area around Gay, you know, we call it Gay Street. Gay and Street, and that, you know, and you got your east and north and west side. We don't separate. We're diverse.